Hi friends, welcome back to our channel. My name is Lisa and this is Our Life on a Dime. And today I have a video for you on how you can save money on prescriptions and medical procedures. So stay tuned. Alrighty friends, so this is going to be a video about how you can save money on medical. I am not affiliated with any of these that I'm going to be mentioning today. I am also not a professional healthcare advisor in any way, shape, or form. These are just things that I personally have experienced and used for myself and my family. And with the way the health insurance is today, I just feel everybody needs to be educated on any possible alternatives to try and save them money. So that's the reason why I'm doing this video. I had done this video over a year ago when I first started my channel, but I didn't have that many subscribers back then. I think I had less than 100, and I don't feel that it was pushed out as well as it should have been, due to the fact that health insurance and medical right now is so important and such a big topic. It really needed to be, I really needed to redo this video so that it would reach more people. Everything that's going on with the medical right now and with the government, it's just something that people are very much in need. They need to be basically an advocate for themselves to kind of shop around. You can't just trust that you're getting the best deal no matter whether you have insurance or not. So I did a lot of research in the past few years because I had a lot of medical issues. And I guess the first thing I'll start off with is that my husband and I are self-employed, so we did not have health insurance. After I left the bank, I was with a bank for over 10 years and we had good health insurance, but once I left and became self-employed, it's very hard to get insurance through any of the big insurance companies unless you have a lot of money. And so I shopped around, and at the time, Christian Healthcare Ministries was the best option for us. I did a lot of research on the different plans. There's different ones. There's MediShare, which is I think a Christian-based. It's not insurance. It's where they kind of you need to pay out and then they reimburse you type of deal. But if it's something like a major, massive like hospital stay or whatever, clearly they would step in and do it. But you have to give them time to make arrangements with the hospital and all of that good stuff. So basically, if it was something catastrophic, they would step in right away. But if it's something like just testing and minor surgeries and things like that, you're responsible to pay it up front, and then they would reimburse you. And how I was able to really benefit with Christian Healthcare Ministries is that you are pretty much like the back office. You are doing all the paperwork, you're doing all the negotiating that your insurance companies normally do for you. So with Christian Healthcare Ministries, if you go to the doctor and they say you need to go for a procedure, basically what you do is you negotiate with them. If you can get them to discount, not negotiate, if you can get them to discount your bill, like say you're self-pay, and normally they would charge $1,000 for something, but because you're self-pay, they're only going to charge you $700. So you just saved $300. If you can have a documented bill stating that you were able to save $300 on something that normally Christian Healthcare would have to reimburse you, they will take that $300 off of your deductible. I believe I had a $500 deductible when I had Christian Healthcare And so if I could go in and have something done and save money on that, they would take that from any money that I would normally be responsible for, um, off of my deductible. So I don't know if I'm really being clear on this, and I apologize. I'm trying to explain it the best I can. So basically, they are a reimbursement. They're not insurance, but they're considered, uh, for government purposes. You know how, like, when you had to have insurance, Christian healthcare was, the government considered them a good, feasible option, so you didn't get the penalty back when they were doing that. Um, so basically, Christian healthcare, let me show you. Let me go on here. It's, here's what they're, and also be really careful what links you click on for Christian healthcare ministries. Go to chmministries.org, because there's a lot of fake companies out there that try and, if you think it's Christian healthcare and you click on it, now it's bringing you to something else. So just be careful of who what links you click on. But this is a legitimate company, and they have different levels that you could sign up for. My husband and I did because we're older, we wanted to make sure that we were offered the best plan that they had, because you never know what lies ahead as far as health and stuff like that. So right now it's $299 for their best possible plan, and it's just a really good plan to have if you don't have health insurance. I mean, $299 a month is very affordable, considering if you go to one of the bigger companies, they're going to charge you probably $2,000. And like I said, there's ways to avoid paying your deductible. Let's see. Like with this one that I had, minimum amount to qualify per incident. Okay, so now it's $1,250. It used to be a lot less. Oh, here they got senior. If you're a senior and I'm trying to work around my phone here. I'm not that smart to figure out how to do like a screen video to share my screen, so I have to use my phone to film my laptop. So I apologize for the hacked system thing that I'm using here. But anyways, this is what they offer. And if it's say you're a senior and it's $500, you have to reach $500 in an incident before Christian healthcare will kick in and reimburse. But if you can save that $500 per incident in savings, like I said, with the self-pay, if you go in and they say, oh, it's $1,000 for something to be done, and you say, well, I'm self-pay, because you tell your doctor you're self-pay, they'll discount it, and whatever that discount is, they take that off of the $500 that you would normally be responsible for. And I will tell you, I got so good at it that I was able to, every time I had to go for a procedure, have it completely paid for. I never paid a dime. I had Christian healthcare for many years and many procedures, and I have had 100% reimbursed. I never paid a dime, ever. I will tell you, though, that back 2 years ago, I had a scare where I went to my doctor, and they did a test or whatever, and my doctor was freaking out because she thought I had cancer. And so she sent me for an MRI, and the MRI came up that I had a mass on my ovaries, and they couldn't explain what it is. So she kind of freaked out and thought it was cancer, and she told me I had to go in and have it surgically removed. And long story short, I had to use the hospital that she was affiliated with, and because I am considered self-pay, I contacted the hospital, and they quoted me a price of, now this is an outpatient procedure, this is not even staying in the hospital, this is an outpatient hysterectomy, $150,000 that they wanted up front before they would even do the surgery. And I completely flipped out, and I didn't know what I was going to do. I was hysterical. And I just was like, okay, I prayed about it. And I said, you know what, I got to figure this out, because here I'm thinking I have some kind of, cancer. And so what I did was I just thought about it, prayed about it, and started calling around. And I started calling other hospitals. And I ended up finding a hospital 2 hours away. And I just want you guys to know you have to be an advocate for yourself, and you have to do your due diligence, because I found a hospital in Tampa that was able to do the exact same procedure for $7,800, guys. The hospital near me wanted to charge me $150,000. So that is why it is so critical that you advocate for yourself, and you take matters into your own hands, and don't just assume that your doctor has your best interest at heart, because sometimes they're just trying to, get you in the hospital, get the procedure done as quickly as possible, and um, they don't really tell you that you could just call around, because hospitals are not treated equally, and neither are doctors, meaning that you can go to one doctor or hospital and be charged one fee and go someplace else. I was just dumbfounded when they told me that the fee was $150,000, and I called the Tampa. I called a couple of different hospitals, but I ended up settling on the Tampa hospital, and it was $7,800 for the exact same procedure. And it was just baffling to me, and I just don't think a lot of people are aware of that, and especially if you don't have insurance, what your options are. So please, guys, shop around. Don't just assume that your doctor has your best interest at heart, because they don't think of saving you money. Let's just put it that way. So basically, I could have waited for Christian Healthcare to make arrangements and work the billing out with the Tampa hospital, but because I was in such a panic and my doctor had me so scared that it was cancer, I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to wait another second. I wanted this surgery taken care of and it taken out as soon as possible. So I ended up paying the amount up front, and within a few weeks, I was completely reimbursed through Christian Healthcare. They would have paid it. I wouldn't have been responsible for that if I had I wanted to wait, because the hospital, for whatever reason, they didn't consider this a necessity, an emergency surgery. So if it was an emergency surgery, it would have happened a lot quicker. But because it was not considered an emergency, yeah, which I don't know why they wouldn't consider that an emergency, but because they didn't have proof that it was cancer, that they were going in looking for proof, that they make you wait. So you just have to really be doing your due diligence, guys. That's all I got to say about that. So anyways, back to the Christian Healthcare Ministries. It's a really great program, and if it's something that you need to use because you don't have insurance and you don't have government insurance, this is a great alternative, and I can't say enough good things about them. Yeah, like I said, we had them for probably 10 years, and every penny I paid out for doctor, obviously I had to pay my premiums, whatever, $299, or I think it was $250 when I had it, so they did raise it a bit. But still, $299, I think that's a very fair premium to pay for health insurance if you can't get government insurance, which is another topic in itself. All this scare about the Affordable Care Act, I don't understand it, because that doesn't expire for over a year. That's already in the works until 2027. So this whole government shutdown was just a scare tactics, guys. In my opinion, it was a scare tactic for the I don't want to get political, but basically one side wanted to have it funded, and they were willing to shut the government down over it, even though they have over a year to to come to an agreement with the other side. So it was just a big, I hate to say it, shit show, in my opinion. Excuse my language, but I don't understand why they shut the government down over this and were scaring people, saying your insurance is going to go up, it's going to double, it's going to this, it's going to that, and it may rightfully do that, but it's over a year away. So in the process, they shut the government down over this, and people, had to go without their food stamps, and people, government employees weren't getting paid, and I just don't understand what that was all about. It was just a scare tactic, and it was, I don't know. That's just my opinion. Everybody has very strong opinions about this, but when the government has over a year and 2 months to figure out and negotiate with the other side, for the left to shut the government down over this and refuse to vote to reopen the government until they got their way, to me, that was just a bully tactic, and it scared a lot of people, and it put a lot of people in harm's way, and it was unnecessary. So I'm done with my rant. Sorry. That's where I'm at with that whole thing. I just don't understand it. I'm not saying that your insurance isn't going to go up in 2027. It might, and that's why it's so important that everybody know their options now. If in fact it does go up in 2027, that what options you have, that there are other options out there, because if they do double your insurance or whatever, your affordable care insurance, maybe something like Christian healthcare would be a better option for you and your family. Who knows? It's just good to know everything and all options that are out there. So alrighty, friends. So the next thing I want to discuss with you guys is a medical procedure discount program that is free to the public. It doesn't cost you a dime to use it, and it's a wonderful option whether you have insurance or not, because at the time I did not have insurance. I had Christian health care. But even if I had insurance, sometimes you can have a high deductible, and you can kind of shop around and see which option is better, going through your insurance and paying the very high deductible, or you can shop around and check out this program. It's a company called MD Save, and it's an amazing program that I was able to find, and it saves you so much money, guys. Whether, like I said, check it out. If you know you have to go for something, check out what your insurance is going to cover, and also check out what MD Save offers. And how this works is, say you have to go in for a procedure, right? You go on their website, and you just kind of check out what they have, and they show you, they have an agreement with the doctors and the hospitals and the surgery centers and all of that good stuff. So they've already negotiated a price for you, so you could know upfront exactly what you're going to be paying. I have a lot of problems with my esophagus, and I had to have 3 surgeries done in 1 year, but that's neither here nor there. But anyways, it was something that my doctor wanted me to go in and have an EDG done, where they go in and they go down your esophagus, and they can kind of see what's going on. And to have to pay that out of pocket is crazy. These are just some examples, and they are based on your area. Like if you're like in one city, it could cost you another. But basically, you can kind of shop around. If you know you have something going on that you have to have done, you just go here. You hit shop, where you can check out the procedures. And I had to have an EDG done, and this is what I had paid up front for. And it was the most simplest way to do it. I paid for my procedure to this company. I paid the fee. They sent me a voucher, guys. I went into a hospital, a huge hospital, went to go check in, handed them my voucher, and it paid for the entire procedure. Up front, it was like an amazing thing. But anyways, okay, so it's an upper endoscopy that I had done. Now, the national average, right, is $4,448. Because I used MD Save, It was 2504. So they saved me $1,944, and they didn't charge me a dime. MD Save does not charge you. It's free to the public to use, and it's a great alternative to shop around and do your due diligence. What are your best options? Use your insurance, pay the deductible, or check and see if you could get a savings program like MD Save to pay your procedure up front. And it saved me almost half of the procedure cost, and I didn't pay. This covered everything: the doctor, the hospital, the whole thing, guys. So definitely check this out. It's a wonderful thing to have if you need it. And let's see. And it just gives you, like, because I guess they're different prices. So mine's 2504. So if I went to some place like, let's just say New Jersey, let's see how much it is. 2475. So the prices are different because they're negotiated, differently for different areas. So you'll be able to see if you're like out right on the border of a state. You could check out, and maybe it's worth it for you to just cross over the state line if it's cheaper in a different state. I am in the city in Florida, so my rates are generally pretty higher than most. But you have to shop around. Just do your due diligence, guys, and you'll be good to go. And then the next program I want to show you guys is called GoodRx. And this thing has saved me so much money over the years, guys. It's another free program to the public. You just go on to their site, GoodRx. And I will leave links under, in my description for these programs. And I'm not affiliated with any of them. I don't make a dime off of any of them. But I have done years of research trying to find out the best ways to save money for medical procedures and prescriptions. And prescriptions right now, I do have insurance, but my prescription deductible, guys, is $4,500 a year. Like, I take one prescription, so I would never reach my, excuse me, my deductible. So using my insurance prescription plan is just totally, it would be a waste of time because I would never reach it. So whether you have insurance or not, you can use GoodRx, and it's a wonderful program. You go in there, and I have, let me see if I can show you guys this. Try to cross out my, alrighty guys, so I'm trying to get this to focus. I'm sorry, so I'm going to have this a little bit botched right here. But Walgreens made the mistake of putting the full price on my prescription on it. And my husband and I went through the drive-thru, and for 1 month prescription, they tried to charge me $314.89. And I was like, what? Because I've been taking this medicine for a long time, and I know what it should be. And I was like, what? That's crazy. And I said, did you get my GoodRx card? And they were like, oh, no, we didn't. Do you want to see the difference in what a free discount prescription plan could save you? $274.90 they saved me. It changed the amount of the prescription to $39.99, guys. So definitely want to take advantage of this, and look at their website. Go on here. You can kind of see, you punch in what prescriptions that you're taking. It tells you what their fee is for each store. So not even the prices per store are even different. So you have to kind of shop around. This one, Walmart. Some of these that are really cheap, like Publix and Walmart, are like a one-time only, like for signing up or something. So that's not like an ongoing fee. But look at the difference in the prices, guys. It's so reasonable. So you definitely want, and it's something that you can go online today, guys, and sign up for it. Just put your information in, sign up for it. It will give you a number a GoodRx number, you could actually use this today. You just write down the number and give it to the pharmacy and tell them this is your number, that you're waiting for your card to come in the mail. But in the meantime, pharmacies can use that number. They just punch it into the system and you're good to go. So it's something that you could use today. You don't even have to wait. So it's something you definitely want to jump on if you are somebody who has to take prescriptions on a regular and you want to save money. This is an amazing program and it doesn't cost you anything. And again, guys, I will leave the links in my description for Christian Healthcare, for MD Save, and GoodRx, because they are amazing programs. I am not affiliated with them. I don't make a dime. I just want to make that clear because I don't want people thinking that I'm making any money off of this, because I'm not. I'm just wanting to share some of the information that I have found through the years of doing my due diligence and my research, trying to find ways to save money. So I just wanted to share it with you guys because everybody should take advantage of these opportunities, because we all know healthcare and prescription medicines are somewhat of a racket, a money racket out there. So you got to, jump through hoops and do what you got to do to save money. So definitely want to take advantage of that. So, all right, guys, so that's all I have for you today. If you like these kind of money saving videos, please hit the like button. Subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment down below. Leave me a prescription bottle or a pill emoji in the comments down below, and let me know that you've watched this all the way to the end. I hope that you guys appreciate this, and yeah, until next time, guys, thanks for watching and stay blessed.